Next up is not understanding taxes. We pay about 30 to 50% of taxes on all of our earnings. Now, these taxes are inclusive of income tax, sales tax, or any of the other types of taxes that you may be subject to. What this literally means is about half of our life is spent paying taxes. Considering the amount of involvement that taxes have in our life, it is extremely important to have at least a basic understanding of taxes. Having a basic understanding of taxes will actually help you strategize and find ways to save money. Some of these could be by investing in a tax-free savings account such as a TFSA in Canada or a Roth IRA in the US, or by investing in retirement savings accounts such as an RRSP in Canada or a 401k in the US. You can also use some of the employer contributions in this case to enhance or maximize the amount of room that you have. If you're in Canada and if you haven't started on this journey of investing, there are 2 links for Wealthsimple and Questrade down in the description below. Go ahead and open a TFSA or an RRSP account and invest some money to get some free stocks. I'm pretty sure many of you have heard about this in the news, wherein the rich either don't pay taxes or they pay a lot less taxes as compared to the amount of money that they are making. Now, this does trigger a lot of people, but what they fail to understand is that the rich are really smart about the way that they do their taxes. They have a very good understanding of taxes, and on top of that, they hire good accountants who help them save a lot more. They also engage in activities such as moving their primary place of residence from one state to another, just to save 1 to 2% on their taxes. They're so intense at these things that they won't even leave a dime on the table. So knowing all of these factors, if it is difficult for you to understand taxes, it is wise to hire an accountant to help you save more money. An accountant may cost you about $100 every year. However, if the accountant ends up saving you $300 every year in taxes, then that's $200 more in your pocket. Next up is not having emergency savings. Did you know that 1 in 4 Canadians are unable to pay a $500 emergency expense when it arrives? Similarly, 57% of the Americans can't even pay $1,000 of emergency expense. Hence, having 3 to 6 months of emergency expenses saved for any kind of healthcare, job loss, or any kind of unforeseen circumstances is extremely paramount. Having this kind of an emergency fund deters you from tapping into debt in order to pay for these expenses as and when they arise. Next up is spending more than you make. Stats show that as many as 40% of the Americans overspend to impress others or to feel successful. Now, spending a lot of money and buying expensive goods is surefire way to flaunt your wealth. However, in the long run, this puts a big dent into your bank account. It may also lead to you accumulating a lot of debt, a debt that you may never be able to pay off. The wealthy, on the other hand, rarely flaunt their wealth. Of course, there are some of the characters. However, if you look at the likes of Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg, they haven't fallen a victim to this mentality. This is because wealth is built through investment and hard work and is sustained through frugality, which brings me to investing is too risky. Ever since we were too young, our parents and relatives who lost a substantial amount of money in the market have programmed us to save, as that is the safest way to store money. While investments do carry a certain amount of risk, but it is directly proportional to the risk versus reward curve, wherein the higher the risk that you take, the more the reward that you get. Now, this certainly doesn't mean that if you don't live your life on the edge, that you suddenly start living your life on the edge and you risk it all. But through sound investing, calculated risk taking, and diversifying your portfolio, you can receive benefits on your investments over the long term. If you're new to the world of investing and you're a beginner, I have made a video previously for investing for beginners. Click on that and you can watch that video after this video. Next on the list is bad debt. Bad debt comes from credit card or services like buy now, pay later, as their sole objective is to allow you to spend a lot of money because they know some point of time down into the future you will default on their payments and then they can hit you with their high interest payments, which is how they make money. The worst part about this is these high interest payments can go as high as 19 to 22%. And like the good things that compound in life, the bad things also compound in life. This actually means that before you even decide to invest or to save your money, it is highly imperative to pay off this debt, because that $100 that you have on the credit card could end up becoming $200 within a matter of a few months. Click here to watch how to save 10K fast, or watch another video on my channel. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time.